Why is it that women always celebrate divorce until they get hit with that child support? I've got a banger from Sigma Traits. Let's get straight into it.
I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I wanted to go out there and experience life. It just didn't fit with my new lifestyle.
You know what that means, chat.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
What? The other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm in child support. I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
Wow, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, like, I don't feel bad for women like this at all. Like, you chose to lay down and have a child with this man. If you want to hit the streets, just say you want to hit the streets.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
You just want to be a 304 in the streets, your new lifestyle. Why is it that these women always pick themselves over their family or their child? The selfishness that a lot of these modern women have is absolutely insane to me. She would much rather go out there, hit the streets, do what she wants, and abandon her child. Why even have a kid in the first place? This is one of the most beautiful things you could do, is grow your family and have a child, and yet as soon as you have this child, you want to abandon them. Loki, I would never abandon you, buddy. You're too much of a good boy.
I just found out my wife just left her corporate job for a cashier job because, like, she wants to get out of the payments that she's doing.
Payments of what?
Child support, ma'am.
Is there a reason why you're not paying to support this child?
I left my job, and I did do it intentionally.
Wait a minute.
Wow, she's a bum. Imagine a dude said that.
Wait a minute. You intentionally left your job?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How much did you make at your last job?
Annually, $70,000. Now I work at a convenience store.
How much are you making now?
$30,000 a year.
What's the qualification to work at that job?
You just need a high school diploma.
High school diploma.
Yes,
And you have a master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. So, you're now making $30,000 a year,
Wow.
and you think that I should base child support on $30,000 instead of the $70,000 that you intentionally stop working at?
Well, that is my annual income now.
Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. $899.60 is going to be your monthly child support obligation that you're going to pay each month to this man.
Wow, that's a decent chunk for what she's making.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid chunk, actually.
After tax. Because you have to consider she's probably paying about 15% of that in tax. She will be forced to get another job.
As she should, bro. Chat, what do you guys think about that? I think if she's intentionally leaving her job when she's got a master's degree and making $70,000 and then just wants to make $30,000 or $30,000 a year at, freaking 7-Eleven, I think they should absolutely rake her through the coals, dude.
Like he needs to tattletale on you. Somebody need to. You are ridiculous right now. Sir,
yes.
She receives food stamps, so I'm assuming there's some Medicaid or something these kids are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do is do 9% of that $7,000 for your reimbursement to Medicaid. That comes out to $496. So $1,377 plus the $496 reimbursement to Medicaid that make your total monthly child support obligation $1,873.
I don't even know men that pay that much money every month. So why I gotta pay that every month?
I don't know too many women that just take their kids and go drop them off at their parents' house and they have a whole man staying in the house with them.
Mm-hmm. It's my dad. Y'all act like I dropped them off with anybody.
These are your kids. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, I guess I need to go make some money in these streets for that.
Okay, well, you know what?
Dude, there's a quote I heard the other day. It was like, if you don't do a good job of raising your kids, then you will one day raise your grandchildren. And we see this a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house. My mom had to drop me off all the time because she couldn't afford childcare. She didn't have a man. So it's like, if you don't raise your kids right, more than likely you're going to end up raising your grandkids.
A single mother is allowed to spend her child support money on whatever she wants, and let me
Stop the cap.
tell you why. I've been seeing a lot of controversy on what a woman can and cannot spend her child support money on. People are making TikToks about it. People are talking on their podcasts about it, saying that a single mother is not allowed to spend her child support money on her electricity, on her rent, or on her Wi-Fi. Let me just break it down for you on why a single mother is allowed to spend child support money on whatever she would like. So let's say a single mother goes to the store.
Bro, I would have taken her to court right after this video dropped, bro. I would have like, court, I want to submit this into evidence.
On the first of the month, and she buys her child all new clothes and all new shoes, and she spends $300 on her child, and now her child has everything they need. But then on the 15th of the month, she goes back to the store to buy diapers and wipes for her child and spends $200, right? That's $500. Now let's say on the 21st of the month, the father of her child sends her $350. She is allowed to take money from that child support and pay her electric. She is allowed to pay her Wi-Fi. She is allowed to use that money for her rent because that money is a reimbursement of what she already spent on the child. And and it's not even a complete reimbursement. Not to mention, a lot of these men that are paying child support are only paying what the judge tells them to pay. So they are not helping cover the cost of child care the single mom is paying for just so she could put her child in child care so that she can work to pay for that child care. And best believe those men are not paying for food for the child weekly.
But that's what you wanted. You're a freaking single mom.
Shots fired!
Duh. Should have stayed with your man if you wanted somebody to help you out financially, stupid.
Are not buying new clothes for the child, are not buying new shoes for the child. They're only sending a set amount that woman has to deal with. So if a single mother is paying for everything for her child throughout the month, and the father of her child has to pay $10 in child support, $100 in child support, or $1,000 in child support, every amount is different, and she decides to spend that money on her electric, on her rent, that is fine, because she has already provided for her child.
Bro, 3 brain cells fighting for second place, bro. Lord have mercy, bro.
Income that brings her child support obligation to $2,300 per month, reimbursing you for the health insurance that you carry for the children every month is $255, bringing your monthly child support to $2,550.
Okay.
No,
excuse me. Wait a minute. I don't get paid monthly. It's according to how my houses are flipped. So if I go a month without flipping a house, what? Why did you do this? No. Wait a minute. Excuse me.
Oh, now we get to why you do this.
You said, Your Honor, I make about $150,000. Did you say that?
I did say that.
Don't start beatboxing now. I did.
You did say that. So that's what I based it on.
Shut up.
It's the remix.
Shut up.
Therefore, that's what your child support amount is going to be, $2,550. So I hope you can flip enough houses to make that flip some more for these children.
Do you see the...
I love Judge Vonda. She does not give one. Bro, she does not care. Nobody is safe for her, bro. Nobody is safe. Like, that woman got absolutely cooked. So cooked.
And then I went to prison for 5 years. When I got out of prison in 2003, I paid child support from that day until just February of last year when I lost my job.
Only because they garnished your wages.
Absolutely, that's what they do. And I actually asked my public defender, where's the proof? I've yet to see proof that the child's mine.
Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
Oh, man. 5 years in prison. Dylan, I'm sorry, bro. This is why. This is why I did what I did.
But this is nothing I made up. The lab did.
You made it all up.
No, I did not.
Well, those results are
I
pretty
don't know
made
any
up.
of those people on that form.
Oh, my God.
Stop the cap.
This is clearly...
So, Dylan, how does it feel to know your mom's a runner?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That feels pretty good, Judge. Can't lie.
the most shocking news we've ever gotten in this courtroom.
Oh, my God.
5 years in prison, bro.
She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't.
That is fraud.
Mr. Manson, Miss Sear, do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
You know who this father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
Oh.
You cannot stand there and really suggest that you cannot comprehend why this man would not have any type of ill feeling, frustration, or regret as it relates to anything involving you. 5 years in prison. Oh. And then I say, do you know who your son's father is? And you say, yes, I'm still in touch with him. That is a really huge pill to swallow. Really?
Bro, that is insane. This man spent 5 years in prison for her just lying on him. Ooh, that's absolutely wild. That's absolutely wild. And that's because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki. Free. Good boy. He's getting really good at that. 5 years in prison, dude. That's absolutely insanity. 5 years in prison, not even his kid. Absolutely wild. The fact that someone would have that much malice in their heart to do stuff like that. The fact that he wouldn't try to get it proven before he went is wild to me. It's almost hard to believe that he spent that long in there, you know what I mean? I feel like child support laws should be changed to be a debit card that verifies all purchases, and you can only make purchases in certain places, kind of like WIC. You can only buy certain things, you can only purchase certain things in certain areas, in certain places. Lucky, was that good? Did you love it? He loves it.
Support every month, Mrs. Stanley.
Nothing, I'm not allowed to see them.
Are you a crackhead?
Why should I pay a man money that he's going to use on his girlfriend's
I tell you
personal
why.
needs?
Because he's raising your children. That's
Ooh.
Not
why.
for long.
I don't care. I don't care. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you don't have a financial obligation to the children that you have. You must
have everything they need.
Preach that.
No.
Y'all wanted equality.
Mrs. Stanley, if they got them, they're putting food in their stomach, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, roof over their head, electricity for heat, and you, just like he would if you have them, obligation to pay for part of that. Now, if you got a problem with seeing them, you toddle right on down there to court and get court-ordered visitation. Move forward.
In fact, I even told her.
No. And you know how you can help her, Mr.
Bro, I love it. I love these women getting raked through the coals. It's hilarious.
As you have some sort of
Woman chooses not to work. She's living off her son's child support. Gets mad that child support goes down since father pays for health care.
proof that shows that he has income from that, and unless he tells me otherwise, I can't really go off of that. I can only go off of what he told me, and he said $90,000 on the high end. I think you're in pretty good shape. What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 11?
He is
11? He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't?
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Go to your place. Mr. Adventurous. Lay down. What are you doing? Where are you about to go, bro? This room is like a 10 by 10 room. Where are you about to go? You nut.
Don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
Sounds like a stay-at-home bum.
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay.
Dude, this level of bumdom is crazy to me. Food's free, electricity's free, I don't gotta pay for nothing. That's why I say women grow old, they never grow up, dude.
You know, I'm not gonna go there with you today because you can, obviously you're able to work.
I'm able, but I don't want to.
And you should work, but again, that has nothing to do with me today.
Laziness,
what we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? So your income has increased. It's increased about almost $400. So based on you saying that you receive about $90,000 on the high end, it brings your gross to about $7,500, which your net is $5,465.22. That would bring, well, health insurance. Who covers health insurance?
I do.
And how much is that?
It's $110 a month.
Okay, $110. So what I'm going to do is give you credit actually for the health insurance coverage for the child. So that would slightly bring your child support down. And monthly, yes, slightly.
Down.
It's still expensive. $1,093 a month is what he would pay in child support.
That's it?
That's it. Well, it would be more if you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, no.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. I'm basing his child support increase off of what it is that he makes. Nothing
he
more.
Makes more than that.
Until you bring me something in here to show me that, That's what I'm going to base it off of. And again, you can work.
Can I say
suggest,
something?
No, ma'am. Only thing I need you to say is, Miss Vonda B, I'm going to go find me a job. That's all I want to hear. If it's anything else other than that, I'm not entertaining it.
I love it. Judge Vonda's such a gangster. I love it.
Here's the memory we're getting ready to make because I made my ruling. You have capped out, according to Texas guidelines, your gross is $9,200 a month. Child support is set at $2,300. You're going to do a reimbursement to Medicaid for $276, making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how much you gotta pay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The children live with him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't see the celebration.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What happened to the celebration? Because you're the one that's paying that $2,576. The children live with him. He should not pay you anything.
Thank you.
Wait, the children live with him and he was paying child support? Oh my, wow.
I made my ruling, so I really don't have to hear anything further. Did you have any questions about that number?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Wow, it went from, that's crazy.
And that's it.
It went from she was getting that amount to now she ain't paying nothing, or he ain't paying nothing. But dude, I think they should change the child support laws. And chat, put one in the chat if you agree. I think they should change it where you get an issued debit card that you can only purchase certain things, verifiable things, like you can only shop at grocery stores, or any store that you're getting maybe kids clothes, like certain clothes that are for kids. It'd be tough to do that, like whether it's Gap, Abercrombie, whatever. But I think it should mainly be for food. And then I believe that the other parents should work. Like a lot of women, and this isn't just from what I've seen online. This is from, I know women that do this, that don't work and take the child support money and still live with their parents, and they take that check and they blow it on whatever they want. It's just like their extra play money. They live with their parents. They sleep in their freaking boomers' parents' house. They're in their 50s or late 40s, still living with their parents, and then they take that child support money and do whatever they want with it. But chat, put one in the chat. Do you think they should change child support laws? I think they 100% should. I think they should make it to a point where the purchases are on, everything's on a debit card, all the money's on a debit card, and it's through verifiable purchases. I think it's absolutely crazy now that we just direct deposit money into a woman's account, because most of the time it's a woman that gets the money, and she can just spend it on whatever she wants. And it's so funny to me that when these women got to pay child support, they're up in arms. They're like, why would I have to pay? What is up with that? When the kids are living with the dad, they're not doing anything. They're not contributing at all. Like, do you see the entitlement? I never see this level of entitlement from men. We've reacted to a lot of these videos. I've never seen this level of entitlement from the men to go, well, I don't work. I don't want to work. I live with my parents. The house is paid for. Why would I want to work? Like, are you kidding me? This man would be called a bum. This is why I think we need to normalize calling women broke. We need to normalize that, because they call us broke all the time. But they call a girl, she's working her way up. She's hustling. She's a hustler if she broke. But a guy, if he broke, he broke. He a bum. That's why. In chat, put a one in the chat if you agree with this. Have you ever seen the first thing that women say to other women when they're trying to shame each other? They call them a what? A slut, a hoe. It's something that is connected to a promiscuous title of their sexuality. Oh, you're promiscuous. That's the first thing that women say. And what's the first thing that men say to other men? You're a bum, you're a brokey. So money matters to men just like a woman's promiscuity matters to women. That's the first thing they call each other. Women don't call each other broke. Women aren't like, you're a brokey girl. That's not a thing. That's something that guys call each other. Women don't call each other that. But I think we need to normalize it. Girl, if you're broke, you're broke. You ain't got no money. Y'all want to call us broke? Like our only worth is tied to a dollar amount. Then let's start calling the women broke too. Like, chat, can we start this? Can we normalize calling women broke? They want to shame us for not having money all the time. I remember back in my day when I was up and dating, and if you ain't have no money, some girls would just straight up shame you for being broke. And when I was in college, bro, I did not have money. I worked like a part-time job during the summer. So I was making maybe $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year. I wasn't working. I was working a part-time. I was teaching band like a freaking nerd. You know what I mean? But then, and then a lot of the on-campus jobs I couldn't get because there were crazy hours, and I was in like all these ensembles. I had to practice all the time, and so I was taking classes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day, and that's mainly when you would work. But I had all these, and the bad thing about being a music major in college, God, I'm getting nerdy here, is that a lot of these rehearsal like groups you were in and ensembles, you would have to rehearse for hours to get ready for just a 1 credit hour course. And so it's like I'm putting in all this work 3 to 4 hours a day sometimes, or 3 or 4 times a week for 3 to 4 hours. But the credit course is only 1 hour. So I had to take so many courses, bro. So many courses. Like there's some music courses that I took that were 1 hour, and then I'd go take a weightlifting course and it'd be 3 hours. It's like, bro, I'm just sitting there doing bench press, getting more. It was crazy to me. Like it's absolutely lopsided. And then I had buddies who were like business majors. I had buddies that were English majors, and they went to class like Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and they had like Wednesday, Fridays off. They got like, 3-day weeks and 4-day weekends. I was like, bro, what? Where? I have to go to class every day at 8 a.m. Every single day. Everybody else is like, dude, I go to class from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm not going from to class to class to class. But I was like back to back. It was just like high school, back to back to back to back to back. But I did not like college. Chat, have you guys gone to college? Put a 1 in the chat if you've gone to college. Put a 2 in the chat if you haven't gone to college. But I don't know. College just wasn't for me. But I had to go to college to figure that out. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Loki, did you have a good time? I had a great time, Father. Don't forget to go to LeviNichs.com. Ricky Sickle has got a new design. This is the Loki Free with the carrot in the mouth. The OGs will know. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go to LeviNichs.com to get the new t-shirt. But I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.